Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode on this channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also ding the bell for notifications so you'll know when I put out future videos. In today's episode, we're talking Terminator Dark Fate. Now, San Diego Comic-Con is going on right now, and there is a panel for Terminator Dark Fate, and it is confirmed that Edward Furlong is coming back as John Connor in this movie. But however, based on the plot leaks for this movie, it's not looking too good for him. Honestly, it's not looking good at all. I've heard the rumors of what's going to happen in Terminator Dark Fate, and I have to say, Terminator fans, you're not gonna like this whatsoever. So I'm giving you a fair warning. These plot leaks that I'm about to tell you have been all but confirmed, okay? So if you don't want to know anything, if you want to go in completely blind, click off now. But with that said, we're going to jump into these plot leaks right now. So apparently Terminator Dark Fate takes place immediately after the events of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So Sarah and John, they've defeated Skynet. Arnold's T-800, he's dead too. T-1000, they're all dead. So Sarah Connor and John Connor go to Mexico, and they are in this bar, and then all of a sudden, an Arnold Schwarzenegger T-800 shows up, and that T-800 kills John Connor. So John Connor is dead in the opening minutes of this movie. This will not make the fans of Terminator happy whatsoever. But I digress for now. So therefore, Sarah becomes very, very hardened even more, I guess. But there is no Skynet in this movie either. Skynet is completely gone. So Sarah and John, they completed their mission. They destroyed Skynet. But however, because of those events, there's a new machine program that takes its place, and it's called Legion. Legion sounds horrible. I don't know who came up with that name, but that's the name of it. And also, back to John Connor, they're gonna probably use Edward Furlong as the voice of a young John Connor, because remember, John Connor's only like 10, 12 years old. And there was a picture of a young stand-in for John Connor. So I guess Edward Furlong is going to do, so they're going to take some motion capture of his face, I guess, and put it over that young kid's face. And I'm pretty sure that Edward Furlong is going to provide the voice of a young John Connor. And that'll probably be his end. So, with that said, Legion has taken the place of Skynet. And now Danny Ramos, who is played by Natalia Reyes, she is the future leader of a resistance on Legion. So therefore, the Rev 9 model, Gabriel Luna's Terminator, comes back in time, I guess, to assassinate her. So that's where we're at with this. And from there, she's gonna go through her own Sarah Connor type of story, I guess, through this movie. So, but that leads us to wonder what happens to the Terminator that assassinated John Connor. Now, apparently, the Terminator that assassinated John Connor is not terminated. And I believe that's the Terminator model that we see in the teaser trailer when they open up the door to this cabin. Now, from there, it is said that when that door is open, Linda Hamilton's character, Sarah Connor, tries to terminate that Terminator. But that Terminator isn't against them now. So somebody obviously reprogrammed that Terminator. And he's going to train Danny Ramos to become this great military leader. Very similar to what happened in the events of T2 and the T1. So this movie seems like a rehash of Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. Hollywood is really fresh out of ideas. Why not continue the story of John Connor? Why kill him off? We could have seen what James Cameron wanted to do as far as future wars with John Connor. But John Connor's dead in the beginning, there's no more Skynet, and it's this new story that's going to be taking its place. And this is all about identity politics. So you can't have John Connor in this movie anymore because I guess he's a white male, even though Terminator is about his story anyway. With this new move now, changing everything up, Terminator is not about John Connor anymore. Sarah Connor, will she make it out of this movie alive? I highly doubt it because it's not her story anymore. She's just basically there to hand over the torch. Now, if all of this seems kind of familiar to you, think back to Star Wars The Force Awakens and Star Wars The Last Jedi. This seems like it's taking a page out of that book. And to me, especially The Last Jedi, that movie was horrible. This is going to really make a lot of Terminator fans highly upset with this. Now, you saw the plot point. John Connor gets killed off. Skynet is no more. And there's this new Legion that's going to take over. And it's basically the Resistance all over again. And Danny Ramos is new John Connor. I kind of suspected that. And they just couldn't give us anything original. Why is that? This is another example of Hollywood being fresh out of ideas. This just really makes me upset. I'm not excited about this whatsoever. None whatsoever. So guys, that's it. That's the plot leak for Terminator Dark Fate. What do you think of this? This is a huge letdown to me. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.